The roar of the crowd at Lincoln High Stadium was deafening, a wall of sound that usually fueled Alex Harper's every stride. But tonight, under the harsh floodlights, it twisted into something mocking as Coach Harlan's gravelly voice sliced through the post-practice huddle like a knife. "Harper, you're off the team. Too soft. We need warriors out there, not whatever this is." Alex stood frozen, his cleats sinking into the damp grass, the words landing like punches he couldn't dodge, his secret out, his dreams gutted in front of the guys he'd bled with for 3 years. He'd always been the quiet one on the track team, the kid who logged miles before dawn while the others nursed hangovers from weekend parties. At 18, Alex was all lean muscle and quiet determination, his green eyes sharp with focus, his brown hair cropped short to cut wind resistance. Running wasn't just a sport. It was his escape from the whispers in the hallways of their small Ohio town, where being gay meant dodging sideways glances and locker room jokes that hit too close to home. He'd hidden it well, until that one slip, a too-long glance at teammate Jordan Reyes during a water break, caught by the wrong eyes. Coach Harlan, a barrel-chested relic from the glory days of the 80s, had pulled him aside after practice the week before. "I saw the way you looked at him, kid. This ain't the place for that fairy tale stuff. Track's about grit, not glitter." Alex had begged, promised to keep his head down, but Harlan's face had hardened like weathered stone. Now, in the huddle, the other runners shifted uncomfortably, Jordan included, his dark eyes flicking away, jaw tight. No one spoke up. The silence burned worse than the words. Alex grabbed his bag and bolted for the parking lot, the cool September air biting at his sweat-soaked skin. His beat-up Honda Civic waited under a flickering street lamp, a hand-me-down from his mom, who worked double shifts at the diner to keep their tiny ranch house afloat since Dad bailed 5 years back. He slammed the door, fists white on the wheel, tears blurring the dashboard lights. "Too soft," he muttered, the phrase looping like a bad refrain. Soft. He'd shattered his personal best in the 800-meter last month, clocking a 1:52 that had the scouts whispering. But none of that mattered now. In Milford, Ohio, population 12,000, where the Friday night lights were king and anything different was suspect, being gay made you fragile, breakable, unfit. By the time he pulled into the driveway, the house was dark except for the porch light Mom always left on. She was probably crashed out after her shift, feet swollen in those ugly nurse's clogs. Alex slipped inside, the screen door creaking like an accusation, and headed straight for his room. Posters of Olympic runners plastered the walls, Jesse Owens, Allison Felix, reminders of what speed could conquer. He stripped off his jersey, staring at the mirror, ribs etched from endless miles, legs corded like ropes. Soft. Bullshit. But the doubt crept in anyway, a shadow he'd fought since middle school, when the first crush on a boy had twisted his stomach into knots. He texted Jordan, "Hey, what the hell was that? You just stood there." No response. Jordan, with his easy grin and olive skin from his Mexican-American roots, had been the one bright spot on the team. They'd bonded over late-night runs, sharing playlists of indie rock and stories about escaping small-town boredom. Alex had felt the spark, that electric pull during a shared laugh under the summer sun, but he'd buried it deep. Now, the silence from Jordan's phone felt like confirmation. Even his almost friend thought he was too soft. Sleep evaded him that night, the ceiling fan whirring like accusations. By morning, the school buzz was vicious, whispers in the halls about Harper's little secret, snickers behind hands. Alex kept his head down in homeroom, doodling track routes in his notebook until the bell rang. Lunch was worse. He sat alone at the edge of the cafeteria, picking at a sandwich while the team table erupted in laughter across the room. Jordan caught his eye once, mouth opening like he might say something, but then he looked away, shoulders slumping under the weight of the group's stares. After school, Alex laced up his sneakers and hit the trails behind the high school, winding paths through the woods that snaked toward the river. No coach, no team, just the crunch of leaves underfoot and the burn in his lungs. He pushed harder than ever, imagining Harlan's voice fading with each stride. 2 miles in, his phone buzzed in his pocket. A text from an unknown number. Saw what happened. Sucks. Meet me at the river bend if you want to talk. Alex slowed, chest heaving. Ethan Caldwell? The new kid from California, transferred in sophomore year, all brooding intensity and faded band tees. Ethan was openly bi, or so the rumors went, had shut down a bully with a single, ice-cold stare last spring. Alex had admired him from afar, the way he navigated the halls like he owned them, unapologetic. But they'd never spoken. Why now? Curiosity overrode caution. Alex veered toward the river, the Ohio's lazy current glinting under the afternoon sun. Ethan was there, skipping stones across the water, his black hair tousled by the breeze, blue eyes fixed on the ripples. He was taller than Alex remembered, lanky but strong, with a tattoo peeking from his sleeve, a small rainbow infinity loop, subtle but defiant. "You came," Ethan said, not looking up. His voice was low, California drawl softening the edges. "Didn't have anywhere else to be." Alex shoved his hands in his pockets, heart hammering harder than on the track. Ethan tossed another stone, watching it sink. "Harlan's an asshole. My uncle coached in LA, says guys like him cling to the old playbook, 'cause they're scared of their own shadows." He finally turned, eyes locking on Alex's. "You're not soft. You're the fastest guy on that team. Everyone knows it." The words hit like cool water on a burn. Alex swallowed, throat tight. "Then why does it feel like I just lost everything?" "Because assholes like him make you think you have to earn the right to exist." Ethan stepped closer, close enough that Alex caught the faint scent of pine and soap. "But you don't. Come on, race me to the bridge." Loser buys shakes at Dino's. Alex blinked, a reluctant smile tugging at his lips. It was stupid, impulsive, but in that moment, with the river murmuring agreement, it felt like the first real choice he'd made all day. They took off, feet pounding the dirt path, wind whipping past. Alex pulled ahead easily, but Ethan kept pace, laughing breathlessly when they collapsed against the railing. For the first time since the stadium, Alex felt seen, not as a label, but as himself. That shake at Dino's turned into 2 hours of talk, Ethan spinning tales of Venice Beach bonfires and the aunt who'd taught him to stand tall. Alex opened up in bits and pieces, the absent dad, the mom's quiet pride, the fear that running was all he had. By sunset, as they walked back, Ethan's hand brushed his accidentally, or maybe not, and neither pulled away. It was tentative, electric, a thread pulling taut. But Milford wasn't kind to threads like that. As they parted at the trailhead, a truck rumbled by, slow enough for the driver, some senior from the football team, to yell, "Fags." The word landed like gravel. Ethan flipped them off with a grin, but Alex's stomach twisted. "Soft," the voice echoed. "Too soft." Word spread fast in a town like Milford. By Monday, the graffiti appeared. "Harper's a pansy, run home," Ferry scrawled on his locker in red marker. Alex scrubbed it off between classes, chemical fumes stinging his eyes, while teachers pretended not to see. In the halls, shoulders bumped him harder than necessary, whispers trailing like smoke. He skipped track practice, obviously, and holed up in the library, pretending to study while his mind raced laps around what-ifs. Ethan found him there after school, sliding into the chair across the table with a dog-eared copy of The Perks of Being a Wallflower. "Read this. It's like armor." He pushed it over, fingers lingering on the cover. "And ignore the idiots. They're just mad they can't run half as fast as you." Alex traced the book's spine, warmth spreading despite the chill in his chest. "What if they're right? What if I am too? You know." Ethan leaned in, voice dropping. "Soft? Nah. Soft is letting them win without a fight." His eyes held Alex's, steady and searching. "You've got fire, Alex. I saw it yesterday. Let me help you fan it." They started running together after that. Unofficial practices on the back trails, Ethan's playlist blasting through shared earbuds. The Killers, Hosier, anthems of defiance and ache. Ethan wasn't a sprinter. He preferred cross-country's endurance grind. But he pushed Alex, timing laps with his phone, calling out splits like a coach. "Sub, 1:50 pace. You're a machine, Harper." In those woods, barriers crumbled. Ethan shared his own scars. The coming out at 15 that split his family. The move to Ohio as a fresh start after his parents' divorce. "By means I get it from both sides," he said one evening, as they cooled down by the river. "Gays think I'm half-assed, straights think I'm a threat. But screw 'em. Love's not a label, it's a verb." Alex nodded, heart swelling. "Love. The word hung unspoken between them, but in the way Ethan's gaze lingered, in the casual drape of his arm over Alex's shoulders during cool-down stretches, it simmered. One dusk, after a brutal interval set, they sat on a fallen log, breath sinking. Ethan turned, cupping Alex's face gently. "You're incredible, you know that?" Their lips met, soft, tentative, tasting of salt and possibility. It wasn't fireworks. It was a quiet ignition, warm and real. But reality crashed back at school. Jordan cornered Alex by the gym, face stormy. "Dude, what's with you and Caldwell? Team's talking. Coach is pissed, says you're dragging us down." His eyes darted, conflicted. "I should have said something that night." I froze. Alex's pulse thrummed. Jordan's concern felt like a lifeline, laced with something deeper. Regret? Jealousy? "Why didn't you?" Jordan rubbed his neck, glancing away. "Scared, I guess. My family's all about macho shit. Dad's the fire chief, he'd flip." He paused, voice low. "But you're my friend, Alex. Let me help fix this." The offer dangled, tempting. Jordan knew the team's pulse, the politics. But as Alex waited, a shadow fell. Harlan himself, watching from the office window, face like thunder. Trust fractured further that week when anonymous notes appeared in Alex's bag. "Quit before you ruin us all." Paranoia set in. Was it Jordan? The team? Or just Milford's poison seeping everywhere? Ethan sensed the shift, pulling Alex aside after a run. "Talk to me. You're ghosting harder than a bad Tinder date." "It's Jordan. He wants in, but I don't know if I can trust him." Alex kicked a pebble into the underbrush. "And Harlan's watching like a hawk. Feels like I'm running blind." Ethan's jaw tightened. "Then run with me." "Screw them. State qualifiers are in 6 weeks. You train like hell, show up as a wild card. Break that record. Make 'em eat their words." The idea sparked. Wild card entry, no team affiliation. It was a long shot, but possible under Ohio High School Athletic Association rules for independence. Alex latched on, the plan a buoy in the storm. They mapped it out over late-night texts, nutrition tweaks, hill repeats, visualization drills. Ethan's belief was infectious, his texts laced with emojis and inside jokes that made Alex laugh for the first time in days. Yet tension coiled tighter. At a pep rally, the football captain, Harlan's golden boy nephew, took the mic, rallying with a jab. "Real athletes tough it out. No quitters, no weak links." The crowd cheered. Alex felt it aimed straight at him. Ethan squeezed his hand under the bleachers, a secret anchor. But Jordan's texts grew insistent. "Meet me. We can talk to coach." Alex dodged, suspicion rooting deep. The breaking point came mid-October, rain lashing the town like judgment. Alex was mid-stride on the trail when his phone rang. "Mom," voice cracking. "Alex, honey, someone slashed your tires. Cops are here." He sprinted home, mud caking his legs, to find the Civic ruined, glass from a busted taillight crunching underfoot. No suspects, but the note tucked under the wiper. "Stay soft, stay out," reeked of team spite. Ethan arrived minutes later, face pale. "This is bullshit. We're telling the principal." "And what? Get labeled a snitch." Alex paced the driveway, fury boiling. "This town's eating me alive." Ethan pulled him into a hug, rain soaking them both. "Not if we fight back. Together." Their embrace lingered, foreheads touching, breaths mingling in the downpour. It was more than comfort. It was claim, a promise forged in the wet chill. But as sirens wailed distant, Alex glimpsed Jordan's truck idling at the corner, headlights cutting the gloom before peeling away. Betrayal? Witness? The line blurred, shadows lengthening. The tire slashing lit a fuse under Milford High, rumors exploding like fireworks no one wanted to claim. Principal Vargas called an assembly, her stern Mexican lilt echoing through the gym. "Hate has no place here. Report it, or face consequences." But whispers persisted, some pinned it on the football crew, others on Harlan's inner circle. Alex sat in the back row with Ethan, their knees brushing under the bleachers, a silent solidarity amid the sea of averted eyes. Jordan approached after, in the emptying lot, rain still drizzling from gray skies. "Heard about your car. That sucks, man." His hazel eyes searched Alex's, earnest but edged with something unspoken. "Look, I talked to Coach. He's open to reconsidering if you apologize. Say it was a phase or whatever." Alex's laugh was bitter, sharp as broken glass. Apologize? For what existing? He stepped back, arms crossed. You think I slashed my own tires to play victim? Jordan flushed, hands up. No, the team's fracturing. Scrimmages suck without you. And I miss running with you, dude. The plea hung heavy, laced with vulnerability that tugged at Alex's resolve. Jordan had always been the glue, the one organizing post-meet burgers, sharing playlists that bridged their worlds. Was this genuine or damage control? I'll think about it, Alex muttered, turning away. But the seed planted, doubt about Ethan, too, who'd pushed for confrontation, his protectiveness bordering on possession. That night, over takeout tacos at Ethan's cramped apartment, his aunt's place, a rental on the edge of town, tension simmered. Jordan's full of shit, Ethan said, pacing the linoleum. He's playing both sides to look good. Maybe, but he's not wrong about the team. Alex poked at his food, appetite gone. I need allies, not just you preaching revolution. Ethan stopped, hurt flickering in his blue eyes. I'm not preaching. I'm fighting for you. He sank onto the couch, pulling Alex close. Because I care. A lot. The admission hovered, unspoken love echoing in the quiet. Their kiss deepened, hands tangling in shirts, but it was fierce, edged with frustration, a clash of needs in the dim lamplight. Training intensified, a brutal rhythm to drown the noise. Dawn runs through fog-shrouded fields, Ethan charting progress on a whiteboard. For hundreds under 55 seconds, tempo runs at sub-6-minute pace. Alex's legs screamed, but the pain was clarifying, each step a rebuttal to soft. They visualized the state meet at Ohio Stadium, crowds roaring, gun cracking, tape breaking. You're not just running, Ethan coached during cool-downs. You're rewriting their story. School fractured further. In English, Ms. Riley assigned a unit on identity in The Great Gatsby, and Alex's essay on Gatsby's hidden queerness earned an A but stares from classmates. Bold take, Harper, one muttered, smirking. Ethan, in the same class, slipped him a note. Your words are weapons. Use them. It bolstered him, their notes a secret correspondence amid the drudgery. But Jordan wouldn't fade. He showed up at the trails one Saturday, cleats laced, water bottle in hand. Unofficial run? For old times. Alex hesitated, Ethan absent, visiting his mom in Cali for the weekend. They hit the paths, pace easy at first, conversation halting. Jordan opened up about his own cracks, dad's belt after a bad game, the pressure to be man enough. Seeing you cut. It hit home. Like, what if they decide I'm not tough enough? Alex slowed, empathy warring with wariness. Then you fight it. Like I'm trying to. Jordan nodded, sweat beading on his brow. Help me then. Train with me. We go to coach together, show unity. His hand clapped Alex's shoulder, grip lingering. It felt brotherly, but the warmth stirred old confusions. Had those shared runs meant more to Jordan once? They finished strong, collapsing by the river in companionable silence. As Jordan left, he hugged Alex tight. Missed this, bro? The embrace blurred lines, leaving Alex adrift, loyalty to Ethan clashing with this pull toward reconciliation. Monday brought escalation. Harlan cornered Alex in the hall, voice a low rumble. Heard you're gallivanting with Caldwell. Bad influence, kid. Drop it, come back clean, and maybe we talk team. The offer dangled like bait, Harlan's eyes cold but calculating. Alex walked away shaking, the man's hypocrisy a gut punch. Rumors swirled that Harlan's brother was gay, estranged for years. Ethan returned tanned and tense, sensing the shift. You talked to Jordan without me? Over coffee at the diner's sticky booths, his jealousy surfaced, sharp. He's using you to save face. It's not like that. Alex stirred sugar furiously. I need options. You're not my coach, Ethan. The words landed hard. Ethan recoiled, then softened. I know. Just scared of losing you to their crap. They made up with apologies and tangled limbs on Ethan's couch, but cracks lingered. Trust, fragile as autumn leaves. November chilled the air, leaves carpeting the trails in crimson decay. Alex's times plummeted. 148 in a solo 800 sim. Ethan whooping as he crossed the imaginary line. State record territory. But off the track, storms brewed. Mom confronted him over dinner, eyes weary. Tires cost a fortune, Alex. And these notes. Is it because of? Her hand covered his, calloused from years of scrubbing plates. I'm proud of you, baby. But be careful. He nodded, throat tight. I am, Mom. But careful felt like chains. That night, alone in his room, he scrolled old team photos. Jordan's arms slung casual around him, grins wide. What if reconciliation was possible? What if love, platonic or more, could bridge the divide? The twist came unannounced. A leaked video, grainy self-footage of the tire slashing, posted anonymously on the school's Snapchat story. It showed a hooded figure, build matching a football player, fleeing the scene. Chaos erupted. Assembly 2. Suspensions handed out. Harlan's nephew was hauled in, denying everything with a sneer. Framing job by the ferry. The slur ignited Ethan. He stormed the principal's office with Alex, demanding action. This is assault, not some prank. Vargas promised investigation, but her eyes said bureaucracy would drag. Outside, Ethan punched a locker, knuckles splitting. They think they can break you? Watch this. In retaliation or solidarity, Jordan texted, saw the vid. It's bullshit. I'm out if they don't own it. He showed up at Alex's door that evening, face drawn. Talk to my dad. He knows Harlan covered for his nephew before. I can't do this anymore. Tears welled, uncharacteristic. Jordan pulled Alex into a hug, body trembling. You're braver than me. Always were. The vulnerability cracked something in Alex. They talked till midnight on the porch swing, Jordan admitting fears of his own unspoken feelings. Confusion after a drunken kiss at a team party last summer, buried under denial. Didn't know what it meant. Still don't. It wasn't a confession, but a fracture in the facade, raw and real. Ethan learned of the late-night visit via a nosy neighbor's text, exploding in a flurry of calls. What the hell, Alex? Him now? Accusations flew, betrayal, using Ethan as a rebound. Alex fired back. You're jealous of a friend? Grow up. The fight escalated, words like shrapnel. Maybe you're the one who's too soft. Can't handle real life. Ethan hung up, silence deafening. Heart splintered. Alex ran alone that dawn, miles blurring into catharsis. By noon, regret gnawed. He drove to Ethan's, tires fixed courtesy of a GoFundMe from supportive classmates, and found him on the fire escape, sketching in a notebook. I'm sorry, Alex started, voice breaking. Jordan's just lost, like I was. Ethan looked up, eyes red-rimmed. I know. Me too. They reconciled in whispers, bodies aligning on the narrow metal steps, kisses healing the rift. But the damage lingered, a reminder that love, even pure, bore scars. As qualifiers loomed, training fused them tighter. Ethan's steadiness, Jordan's insider tips, scouted routes, wind patterns. A fragile triad formed, runs with both, careful boundaries. Harlan watched, seething, pulling Jordan aside for talks that left him withdrawn. Pressure mounted, Milford's judgment a constant hum. Then, the gut punch, state entry denied. Independent status revoked. The letter read, stamped with Harlan's influence. Prior team affiliation disqualifies. Alex crumpled it, fury white-hot. They rigged it. Ethan's face hardened. Protest it. Rally support. Jordan nodded, fierce. I'll testify. About the cover-ups. The fight shifted from track to tribunal. Petitions circulated, signatures from teammates trickling in, whispers of solidarity. Ms. Riley organized a GSA meeting, turnout swelling with curious straits. Alex spoke, voice steady, running's my voice. Don't silence it for who I love. The room erupted in claps, Ethan's hand finding his under the table. Jordan, in the corner, met his eyes with quiet pride. Momentum built, but Harlan countered with a town hall rant. Standards protect our boys. Backlash swelled, protests at the field, countersigns decrying, agenda pushing. In the eye, Alex trained ferociously, times dipping to 146. Ethan mapped alternates, an invitational meet, live-streamed, as a proving ground. Break a regional record there. Force their hand. December frosts bit deep, but resolve burned hotter. One icy night, post-run, the triad gathered at the river. Jordan, Ethan, Alex, sharing a thermos of cocoa. Laughter flowed, barriers dissolving in steam. Jordan admitted, you too. It's real. Makes me think. No pressure, just space, a bridge over chasms. But bridges burn easy. The morning of the invitational, a call, Harlan's nephew confessed, but twisted it, protecting the team from Harper's drama. Smears flew online, Alex doxed with old photos, captions vicious. Hate mail piled in mom's inbox. Ethan held him through the sobs. They're scared. Because you're unstoppable. Jordan arrived with coffee, fist bumping. Run for us. Show M. Under stadium lights that echoed the fateful night, Alex towed the line, solo, heart thundering. The gun cracked. He flew, legs a blur, crowd a distant roar. 200 meters in, he surged, Ethan's voice in his head. Rewrite their story. 600 meters, burn hit, but Jordan's imagined cheer pushed him. Tape loomed. He shattered it. 1 minute and 45.2 seconds. Regional record, cameras flashing. Live TV feeds caught it, commentators stunned. Harper, the cut kid, just on the track. Cheers exploded, but as Alex caught his breath, Harlan approached, face ashen. Kid, I was wrong. Apology? Or damage control? The real twist waited in the stands. Dad, unannounced, eyes misty. Saw the stream. Proud son. Reconciliation flickered, tentative. Back home, Ethan and Jordan flanked him at the diner, burgers forgotten in celebration. Laughter healed, bonds reforged. But whispers of state loomed, fight not over. The invitational's afterglow faded fast, Milford's chill seeping back like fog off the river. Alex's regional record splashed across local news, outcast runners triumph, but Harlan's web tangled tighter. The next day, an emergency OSA hearing loomed, petition in hand, backed by signatures from half the school. Ethan drilled him on testimony, stick to facts. Emotion hooks him. Jordan prepped too, rehearsing his affidavit on the cover-ups, voice steady despite the tremor in his hands. Mom drove them to Columbus, the hour-long haul tense with what-ifs. Whatever happens, you ran your race, she said, squeezing Alex's knee at a stoplight. Her support was steel-wrapped love, forged in diner grease and single mom grit. Ethan rode shotgun, playlist low, soft indie to soothe. Jordan texted encouragements from home, his absence a calculated move. Don't want it looking like a circus. The hearing room smelled of stale coffee and bureaucracy, wood-paneled walls closing in. Harlan sat across, suit crisp, flanked by lawyers and the nephew, who glared daggers. Vargas testified first, vouchering the petition. Discrimination undermines the spirit of sport. Then Alex, heart jackhammering, laid it bare. The cut, the slurs, the sabotage. Running's my truth. Deny it, and you deny me. Questions probed. Was the release performance-based? Harlan's lawyer pressed. Alex met his eyes. Asked the stopwatch. Murmurs rippled. Ethan's note, slipped pre-hearing, your fire, burned in his pocket. Jordan's video deposition played next, pixelated but damning. Coach knew about the tires. Told us to keep quiet for team unity. Gasps echoed. Harlan's face purpled. The panel deliberated in whispers, then ruled. Entry reinstated, pending investigation into misconduct. Harper competes at state. Full stop. Elation crashed like waves. Outside, Ethan hooped, lifting Alex in a spinning hug. Told you. Jordan called seconds later, voice cracking. We did it, man. The triad pulsed stronger, virtual high fives bridging miles. But victory soured quick. Back in Milford, backlash brewed. Harlan's allies picketed the school, signs screaming, protect our sports. Online trolls doxed supporters. Jordan's family mail-bombed with hate. His dad pulled him from practices. No more fairy sympathizing. Jordan showed up at Alex's anyway. I shadowed. Can't quit you guys. Ethan's aunt fielded calls too. Her liberal Cali transplant status fuel for small-town scorn. They keen cars now. She joked over dinner, but worry etched her face. Ethan brushed it off publicly, but privately, doubts crept. What if state turns into a circus? You ready for that spotlight? Alex wasn't, not fully. Nightmares plagued him, stadium empty, jeers echoing, tape mocking at 150. He woke sweating, Ethan's arm anchor. Breathe. You faced worse. Their intimacy deepened in those dark hours, whispered fears, gentle touches mapping vulnerabilities. Love solidified, not as fireworks, but bedrock. Training ramped to fever pitch. December's bite no match for their fire. Hill repeats till thighs quivered. Ethan timing with a stopwatch. Jordan scouting competitor splits via team leaks. That kid from Toledo's got your 800 pace. Watch the curve. The info was gold. Jordan risking expulsion for it. Gratitude swelled. Alex pulled him aside post-run. Why go this far? Jordan shrugged, breath fogging. Redemption? Or your family? The word landed soft, mending old rifts. Ethan watched from afar, smile tight but genuine. No jealousy now, just shared stake. School fractured into camps. Allies in GSA swelled, rainbow pins glinting defiant. Detractors clustered, whispers venomous. Ms. Riley's class became a battleground, debates on Gatsby veering into real lives. Identity isn't a choice, Alex argued, voice amplified by Ethan's nod. A straight girl spoke up. You make us braver. Solidarity bloomed, unexpected petals and frost. Mom dated again, a quiet mechanic named Tom, who fixed the Civic gratis and asked about Alex's races with genuine spark. Sounds like heart, not just legs. Family expanded, tentative. But Harlan struck back. Anonymous leaks hit the press. Harper's unstable, therapy records forged. Lies, but mud stuck. Reporters swarmed the high school, mics thrusting. Comment on the allegations? Alex dodged, Ethan shielding. Back off. He's training. The smear peaked at a town council meeting, Harlan testifying. This boy's agenda distracts from real athletes. Boos and cheers clashed. Jordan's dad stormed out, conflicted. Later, Jordan confessed over clandestine burgers. He hit me. Said to choose sides. Bruise bloomed on his ribs, purple accusation. Rage ignited Alex. Press charges. Jordan shook his head. Not yet. Need state first. The delay chafed, but brotherhood held. Christmas break offered reprieve. Snow blanketing Milford in hush. Ethan hosted a triad dinner. Tamales from his aunt, Mom's pie, Jordan's playlist. Laughter echoed. Gifts simple. Alex's custom running socks. Ethan's sketched portrait of them mid-stride. Jordan's team whistle for when you coach someday. Toasts to futures. College scouts circling. Whispers of Ohio State for Alex. New Year's, under stars brittle cold. Ethan and Alex kissed on the frozen riverbank. Jordan firework watching nearby. January thawed defenses. Osa cleared Harlan's nephew. Plea deal, probation. Fury flared, but focus sharpened. State in Columbus, February 15th, live on statewide TV. Ethan choreographed the taper. Easy miles, carb loads, mental reps. Visualization sessions in Ethan's room. Eyes closed, Alex hearing the gun, feeling the surge, seeing 144. Jordan's home life cracked wider. He crashed at Ethan's twice. Dad's rage is escalating. He's spiraling. Ethan confided. Alex mediated a call. Mr. Reyes, Jordan's gold. Let him shine. Grudging truce. Dad attending a practice. Watching, silent. Scouts arrived early. Ohio State's coach cornering Alex post-scrimmage. That 146 sim? NCAA material. Elation spiked. But pressure too. Failure's shadow loomed larger. Twist dropped mid-taper. Jordan outed. A leaked photo. Him hugging Alex post-run. Caption, Team Trader turns? His phone blew up. Friends ghosting. Dad exploding. Jordan vanished 2 days. Text dark. Can't breathe. Panic gripped. They tracked him to the old mill by the river, silhouette against dusk. End it all, he muttered, bottle in hand. Empty whiskey, tears carving tracks. Alex lunged, wrestling it away. Not on my watch. Ethan flanked, arms wrapping. You're not alone. Hours of talk under sagging beams. Jordan's buried pains. First crush on a cousin, suppressed. Dad's homophobia a mirror to his fears. Thought I was straight. Then you. Gaze on Alex, raw. Not romantic. Familial, but laced with what-ifs. They got him home, Mom calling a counselor. Dawn broke, triad unbreakable. Jordan's words. You saved me. Now I save you at state. Taper ended, legs fresh, mind steel. Media frenzy peaked. CNN snippet. Gay teens fight for the track. Hate mail surged, but fan letters too. Run for us. Pride swelled. Night before state. Ethan gifted a locket, tiny track shoe inside, engraved fire. Wear it. Remember why? Kiss lingered, love's vow. Jordan texted, break it for the lost ones. Sleep came fitful, dreams of tape snapping. Columbus dawned crisp, Ohio Stadium a colossus. Buses hummed, rivals eyeing Alex, curious, wary. Harlan there, sidelined by suspension, face gaunt. No words, just a nod, grudging. Warm-ups blurred, muscles humming. Ethan and Jordan in stands, mom beside, dad too, awkward but present. Gun for heat loomed. Heart steady, Alex towed the line. This wasn't just a race. It was reckoning. The starter's pistol cracked like thunder, and Alex exploded off the blocks, the synthetic track gripping his spikes like a promise. Ohio Stadium's vast bowl swallowed the cheers at first, a muffled roar building as he hit the curve, legs churning in perfect cadence. Rivals blurred. Toledo's speedster on his shoulder, Cleveland's endurance ghost nipping heels. But Alex's world narrowed to breath, stride, burn. Ethan's voice echoed in his mind. Rewrite. Jordan's, for the lost. Mom's quiet faith. Dad's unexpected grip on her hand in the stands. First lap, 55 seconds flat. Crowd sensing the surge, volume cresting. Commentators on the live feed, statewide, snatched by national sports nets, leaned in. Harper, the Milford Independent, coming off that regional stunner. But controversy shadows him. Team cut, prejudice claims. Can he deliver? Alex didn't hear. He felt the locket bounce against his chest, a talisman. Backstretch, for 100 meters down, the Toledo kid pushed, elbow brushing. Alex countered smooth, opening a gap. Lungs clawed for air, acid building, but he leaned into it. Pain as fuel, not foe. Bell lap rang, pace quickening to frenzy. Stands erupted, rainbow flags waving illicit from allies who'd snuck in. Harlan watched from the bleachers, arms crossed, expression unreadable. 200 to go, field strung out, Alex alone at the front, form flawless, knees high, arms pumping metronome. The gap yawned to 5 meters, then 10. Tape loomed, red ribbon mocking. He summoned the river runs, the slashed tires, the mill's despair, every scar a spring. Final straight, crowd on feet, roared deafening. Ethan screaming, Jordan pumping fist, mom tears streaming. He hit the line flying, 1 minute and 43.8 seconds. State record. World tilted, hands hauled him up, rivals slapping back in respect. Medals later, but now, collapsed to knees, sobs racking. Cameras swarmed, mics thrusting. How's it feel, Alex? He gasped like, freedom. Podium blurry through tears, gold heavy on neck. National anthem swelled, flags crisp. Ethan and Jordan rushed the barriers, hugs crushing. You did it, Ethan whispered, lips brushing ear. Jordan grinned, teary. Knew you would. Mom enveloped him, dad hanging back then stepping in. Awkward pad, son. Fractured family mending, stitch by stitch. Press conference buzzed, reporters probing the journey. The cut, did it motivate? Alex, voice steady. It broke me open. Showed me strength's not what they think. Harlan lurked outside, cornering post Q&A. Impressive, kid. Maybe. Team next year. Grudging olive branch, eyes evasive. Alex paused, weighing. Maybe, but on my terms. Walked away, triad intact. Milford's reaction split seismic. Return bus triumphant. Cheers at school, GSA balloon arch. But protests lingered, Harlan's faction grumbling fluke. Online, virality exploded. Harper Run trended, stories pouring. Gays in sports, small-town bias. Support flooded, glad interview request, college offers stacking. Homefront shifted. Dad stayed, bunking the couch, talks tentative over coffee. Missed too much. Won't again. Mom beamed, hand in his. Jordan's dad attended a counseling session, truce fragile. Proud of my boy, he admitted, eyeing Jordan's GSA pin. Ethan and Alex's love deepened in victory's quiet. Walks hand in hand downtown, Milford's stares softening to shrugs. One evening, riverbank, stars pricking velvet sky. This us? Ethan asked, locket chain glinting. Alex nodded. Forever start. But twists lingered. Weeks post-state, Jordan confessed over pizza. That photo? I leaked it. To force my hand. Come out on my terms. Shock rippled. Betrayal? No. Courage, borrowed from Alex's fire. You showed me how. Hugs all around, bonds tempered stronger. Harlan resigned amid probe. Replacement, a young coach. Out lesbian, iron promise. No more closets here. Team reformed inclusive, Jordan captain, Alex rejoining part-time, mentoring. Spring bloomed, college letters gold embossed. Ohio State full ride, track scholarship. Ethan too, art program, dual major. Jordan Community College, eyeing coaching. Triad evolved, friends, lovers woven. Yet doubts echo. A letter from Harlan, postmark shaky. Wrong about you. About me too, brothers coming home. Thanks for the mirror. Redemption's whisper. Graduation under lights. Caps airborne, speeches soaring. Alex's valedictorian nod. We run not from shadows, but through them. To light. Cheers thundered, no mockery now. Summer stretched lazy, road trips, bonfires. First, I love you, murmured in Ethan's attic. Jordan dated a GSA girl, easy joy. Dad stuck, family dinners norm. Fall beckoned, Columbus calling. Last Milford run, trails alive with memory. At the bend, they paused. Ethan's hand in Alex's, Jordan tossing stones. We made it, Alex said. More than that, Ethan replied. We changed it. And as they ran into sunset, strides synced, Milford faded, not conquered, but claimed. Soft. Never again. Wait. No. The story arcs deeper. Conflicts unresolved would cheapen. Let's rewind, layer nuance. Actually, post-race high crashed harder. National spotlight birth stalkers. Hate mail veering threats. Records don't make you straight. School heightened security. Alex's runs shadowed by cop cars. Ethan bristled. This fame's a cage. Jordan's coming out backlashed fierce. Dad disowned, crashing full-time at Ethan's. Nights huddling. His sobs a counterpoint to Alex's own doubts. Worth it, Jordan whispered. Alex held him. Every step. College scouts wavered. Whispers of distraction. Ohio State coach pulled Alex aside. Records gold, but media. Manage it. Pressure to closet anew chafed. Twist. Leaked therapy notes. Real ones, from post-cut sessions. Twisted as unstable. Ethan traced it to Harlan's circle, confrontation brewing. In this, Alex urged. They ambushed at the old stadium, dusk falling. Harlan alone, tossing a football, face haggard. Knew you'd come. Confession spilled. Feared you'd out me. Brothers' return stirred ghosts. Lashed out. Vulnerability disarmed. Alex, hate's heavier than fear. Let go. Harlan nodded, tears carving. Apologized to the team. Public. It aired. Local news mea culpa. Harlan outing his bias, calling for change. Town shifted, slow but seismic. With clarity, futures solidified. Dad moved back, therapy bridging. Jordan reconciled, Dad's hug tear-streaked. At orientation, Alex and Ethan dormed adjacent. Love's logistics laughable. Jordan visited, trio eternal. Record stood, but legacy deeper. Doors cracked for others. A freshman runner, shy gay kid, approached. You made it safe. Alex grinned. Run like hell. Years blurred. Olympics whisper for Alex. Gallery shows for Ethan. Coaching for Jordan. Weddings, kids, triad family. But root in Milford. Annual river run. Ghosts laid. Soft. Nah. Unbreakable. No. Titan. Heightened drama. Post-record. Betrayal from within. Jordan, in confession's wake, admitted more. The leaked photo was him, but so was the anonymous tip to press, framing Harlan to help, but jealousy fueled, resenting Ethan's closeness. Wanted you to see me. Shock fractured trust. Alex confronted, rain-lashed parking lot. You played us. Jordan crumbled. Loved you wrong. Fixed it wrong. Ethan mediated, pain raw. We choose grace. Forgiveness hard won, therapy mending. Race's true win, not time, but ties reforged in fire. State faded, but story endured. Love's marathon, endless stride. The podium's gold gleamed under stadium lights, but Alex's triumph felt fragile, like glass underfoot. As confetti rained and cameras clicked, a reporter from the Columbus Dispatch slipped him a card. Story on the cut. Your side? Alex pocketed it, smile tight, the weight of eyes, admirers, haters, pressing. Ethan and Jordan met him at the tunnel, hugs fierce but fleeting. Security herded them to a holding area where Mom fanned herself with a program. "My boy's a star." Dad nodded, arm around her, small victory in his presence. Back in Milford, the bus rolled in to Heroes Welcome. Fire trucks, sirens whooping, classmates lining Main Street with signs. Harper breaks barriers. But under the cheers, fissures ran deep. Harlan's suspension was temporary, whispers of reinstatement. At school Monday, graffiti resurfaced. Not on lockers, but the track's fresh paint. Record or freak? Alex ran over it, spikes erasing, but the stain lingered in his gut. Ethan sensed the slide, pulling him for coffee at Dino's. "Don't let them dim this." His hand covered Alex's, thumb tracing knuckles, a habit now, comforting. But his eyes held worry. "Jordan's been weird. Dodging runs." Alex frowned, stirring creamer absently. "Thinks I owe him for the tips." Gratitude warred with unease. Jordan's post-race texts gushed, but in person, he hovered. Too close. Laughs forced. That afternoon, a thanks run turned tense. Jordan pushing pace reckless, nearly clipping a route. "Slow down." Alex snapped. Jordan halted, chest heaving. "Just want to feel alive like you do now." The admission hung, laced with envy Alex hadn't named. "You're alive, man. Find your lane." Jordan's laugh rang hollow. "Easy for you. Spotlight's yours." He walked off, shoulders slumped, leaving Alex adrift. Home, Mom shared news. Dad staying, job transfer approved. Dinner that night was stilted, forks clinking, but Dad's question, "How's training for nationals?" cracked the ice. Alex answered, words flowing, family threads knitting. But Jordan's spiral accelerated. Texts erratic. "Party tonight? Need to blow off." Alex declined. Ethan hosting movie night instead. Perks sequel watch, popcorn flying. Laughter eased, but Ethan's phone buzzed. Jordan's SOS. At the mill. Bad. They raced over, headlights cutting dark. Jordan on the ledge, bottle dangling, eyes wild. "You won." "I lost." Whiskey slurred words, pain sharp. Alex climbed up slow. "Lost what?" "Us. The team." Jordan swayed. "You." To him. To fame. Confession gutted. Crush buried since freshman year. Twisted by denial. Exploding in sabotage. The tires, a regretful act to keep you close. Horror, then pity. Why not say? Fear. Like Dad. Ethan hauled him down, arms locking. "You're enough." As is. Crisis averted, but trust shredded. Jordan checked into rehab, voluntary, Dad footing bill and shamefaced support. Visits weekly. Alex and Ethan, holding space. "Sorry doesn't fix," Jordan rasped first time. Alex nodded. "But starting does." Harlan's hearing loomed. Alex testifying again, calm, damning. Verdict: fired, no reinstatement. Town council apology, diversity training mandated. Progress, incremental. Spring trials for nationals. Alex qualified easy, 144 opener. Ethan sketched the journey, comic panels of their saga, submitted to a zine. "Our story," he said, pages curling in Alex's hands. Jordan emerged mid-May, sober, sheepish. Apology letter hand-delivered. "I was lost. Found my way because you ran ahead." Forgiveness bloomed slow, runs resumed, pace cautious. Graduation, Alex's speech, strides over stumbles, Drew stands ovation. Caps soared, futures beckoned. Summer, nationals in Oregon, Alex medaling silver, close, but growth. Ethan sold first art piece, Jordan assistant coach gig. Fall, Ohio State, dorm life chaos, loves logistics, study dates, stolen kisses. Jordan visited, dating steady, life aligning. Years on, Alex Olympic qualifier, Ethan gallery opening, Jordan head coach, team rainbow pinned. Milford revisited, statue at stadium, plaque. Alex Harper, speed and spirit. River Run annual, ghost gone. Loves race, no finish, just forward. Nationals in Eugene, Oregon, brought Pacific rain and pressure mountains high. Alex arrived jet-lagged. Hotel room overlooking track's green expanse. Ethan snoring softly beside. First trip together, love's road test. This is it, Alex whispered at dawn, lacing spikes. Ethan stirred, kissing shoulder. Silver's the floor. Gold's you. Qualifying heat's breezy, but semis tightened. California Phenom edging him by .2. Jordan texted from Milford. Visualized the kick. You've got this. His recovery steadied the triad. Weekly calls bridged miles. Jokes landing easy now. Final day, stadium packed. TV crews swarming. East Coast underdog. They labeled probes on the Ohio drama. Alex tuned out. Headphones blasting Hosier. Locket chain a ritual touch. Mom and dad in stands. United front. Flanked by Ethan's aunt. Jordan Skyping from a team meet he coached. Gun barked. Field surged. Alex third at 200. Surging to lead by 500. Rain slicked the track. Spikes slipping once. Heart lurch. But he recovered. Form poetry in motion. Bell lap. Crowd chanting Harper. Echo from state. Amplified. Phenom closed. Shoulder to shoulder. Final 100 a duel. Lungs screaming. Alex dug deeper. Mills ledge. Jordan's tears. Harlan's cut. Fuel infinite. He leaned. Tape breaking first. 1 minute and 43.1 second. Gold. American junior record. Collapse. Joy tsunami. Rivals hugs genuine. Podium anthem. Metal cold then warm. Ethan's whoop piercing from afar. Post-race. Press lauded. Harper's heart outruns hate. But quiet moment with Ethan in the tunnel. Lips meeting salt slick. Trumped all. My champion. Ethan murmured. Return to Milford. Parade down Main. Confetti in hair. But under banners. Healing. Jordan's first meet as assistant. Alex guest starter. Gun steady. Team diverse. No whispers. College fall. Ohio State campus buzz. Track redshirt year for academics. Ethan's art studio across quad. Sketches of Alex mid-stride selling at fairs. Jordan commuted. Majoring education. Dating a swimmer. Easy. Open. Freshman year tested. Hazing echoes from old teammates. But Alex called it out. GSA chapter booming. Dad visited. Bringing burgers. Talks deepening. Proud how you stand. Mom thrived. Diner promoted. Twist sophomore spring. Scandal. Former rival accused doping. Record vacated. Alex's stood, but media dredged past. Was Milford fair? He testified for reform. OSA policy shift. Anti-bias training mandatory. Ethan proposed art collab. Graphic novel. Trailblazers. Their story. Jordan's arc included. Publisher's bit. Launch emotional. Jordan toasting. To running true. Junior year. Olympics trials. Alex qualified 1500. Bronze in Paris. Global stage. Rainbow flags waving. Ethan's pride call post-race. World's yours. Jordan's team state champs. His coaching lauded. Builds hearts. Not just speed. Post-Olympics. Wedding. Alex and Ethan. Small Ohio ceremony. Jordan best man. Vows simple. Stride with me. Dad walked Alex. Mom teary. Jordan's toast. From soft to unbreakable. We all ran it. Years cascaded. Alex pro runner. Coaching clinics for LGBTQ youth. Ethan best-selling author-illustrator. Trailblazers series. Jordan head coach. Milford legend. Milford evolved. Harlan returned. Volunteer. Reformed. Brother reconciled. Annual Harper run. Kids lining start. Legacy. Not records, but ripples. A boy once cut. Now catalyst. But deepen. Mid-career. Alex's injury. Stress fracture. Sidelining for season. Doubt crept. Soft. Whisper returning. Ethan held. Runs not legs. It's you. Therapy. Return stronger. Marathon debut. Personal best. Jordan's challenge. Team parent outcry over gay athlete inclusion. He fought. Policy win. Ethan's block. Sequel stalled. Imposter syndrome. Alex, your lines draw us. Keep. Triad annual reunion. River. Stories swapped. Bonds eternal. At 30, Alex retired. Hall of Fame induction. Speech. They called me soft. Love made me steal. Crowd roars. Ethan beside. Jordan clapping. Run complete. No. Endless loop. Forward always. Retirement didn't dim the fire. If anything, it fanned it wider. At 32, Alex Harper stood on the Milford track. Same oval where Harlan's words had gutted him. Now etched with his records in bronze. The Hall of Fame ceremony drew crowds from Columbus to Cleveland, rainbow banners fluttering beside Buckeye Scarlet. Ethan squeezed his hand in the wings, their rings glinting. 5 years married. A quiet life in a Columbus brownstone with a studio for Ethan's drawing board and a guest room for Jordan's visits. Nervous? Ethan asked, blue eyes twinkling. Nah, just. Full circle. Alex adjusted his tie, green eyes scanning the stands. Mom and Dad front row, hands clasped like pros now. Jordan beside them. His husband, timid history teacher Mark, arms slung casual. The town had changed, grudgingly then gladly. GSA now a club with budget, Harlan a fixture at youth meets, his gruff, good form, kid, to nervous freshman a running joke. The MC called him up, spotlight warm. Alex Harper, from cut to champion, proving heart outpaces hate. Applause thundered as he took the mic, notes forgotten. 14 years ago, they said I was too soft. That word haunted me. Through slashed tires, leaked secrets, nights wondering if I belonged. But soft? Soft as hiding. Soft as silence. What they called weakness was my strength. Loving fiercely, fighting fair, lifting others. Pauses for cheers, eyes misting. To Ethan, who ran beside me when legs failed. To Jordan, who stumbled with me and stood taller. To my family, for the anchors. And to every kid out there, laced up and scared, run anyway. The tape breaks for you. Standing ovation stretched, tears flowing free. Backstage, hugs crushed, Jordan's bearish, Mark's shy. Killed it, bro. Dinner after was diner redux. Dino's booths packed, shakes on Harlan's tab. Laughter looped old stories. The mill rescue, state surge, with new ones. Jordan's twins on the way via surrogate. Ethan's graphic novel adaptation greenlit for Netflix. Life post-track was rhythm new. Alex's clinics nationwide. Run True Foundation funding LGBTQ sports camps. Stories poured in. Teens who'd come out because of his races, coaches reformed by his book. Unbroken Stride, co-written with Ethan, top charts. Raw memoir of prejudice's grind, love's grace. Ethan's career soared. Trailblazers animated series. Voice of Alex himself in cameos. But balance was key. Date nights mandatory. Columbus walks hand in hand. Milford Sundays for mom's pie. You're my horizon, Ethan said one twilight, sketching Alex against sunset. Jordan's path paralleled. Head coach at Lincoln High. Teams undefeated and unafraid. Openly gay captain leading relays. His wedding to Mark, Alex officiating, from shadows to this light. Twins arrived, boy and girl, named Riley and Jordan Jr. RJ, to dodge confusion. Dad duties softened him, but fire remained. Advocating for trans inclusion, policy wins stacking. Family wove tight. Holidays at the brownstone, Dad grilling, burnt edges forgiven, Mom doting on grandkids-to-be. Dad's arc complete, retired firefighter, volunteering at camps, his missed my son's fire a mantra. Challenges lingered, real-world grit. A camp vandalized, hate spray on cabins, hit hard. Alex rallied donors, rebuilt stronger. Ethan's series faced boycott calls, agenda, but streamed to millions, hearts changed. Jordan's team lost a star to bias elsewhere. He mentored the kid to nationals. Personal storms too. Alex's knee surgery at 35, rehab a slog. Ethan bedside, comics drawn bedside. Your strides in the soul. Return to coaching, limping then strong. At 40, triad milestone. River reunion, annual now. Jordan with kids splashing. Ethan sketching, Alex timing mock races. Remember the hook? Jordan grinned, tossing stone. Coach's cut, world's gain. Laughter rippled, sun dipping. Alex pulled them close, family chosen. Soft? We were clay. Love fired us. Milford statue gleamed nearby, plaque updated. Alex and friends, strides for all. Tourists snapped pics, kids raced bases. Legacy lived. A documentary, soft no more, Oscar buzz. But true measure in letters. Your story saved me. Night fell, stars winking. Ethan leaned in, another lap? Alex smiled. Always. And they ran, not for records, but each other. Pace steady, hearts full, trail endless. Epilogue whisper. At 50, Alex coached Olympics hopeful. A trans girl, eyes fierce. Too soft, she joked. He laughed. Never were. Finish line? Horizon only. Run on.